side that hasn't been a victim of being lied to. We're all hypocrites, giving our 2 cents, but not.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. We're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. You look at this Carolina defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Dolphins sit 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. From midfield, here's Tua. Pass complete. Ezekama with it. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, back to Achane. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. You look at this Carolina defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On play action, here's Tua. Still going inside the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a second down throw for Young. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 19-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Panthers 0.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll try to throw now. Young. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there. 30 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That throw by Young incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Young. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now here's Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Young will set to throw. This one caught by Ridley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Chris Godwin.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers get a bit closer.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw on 2nd down is Young.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Young, he's going to change it up.
First down, Carolina.
They go to Johnson again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Young to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Dolphins 21, Panthers 14. Brings their line set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua, a final shot before half. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On second down, Young. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
Johnson running left. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Young now from the 50. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Young.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 14-yard line.
Young to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal.
Now Young going to move him around.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Young now.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
And off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
That is caught, and he is going to have the Dolphins first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Up the middle, Achane.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It was D.J. Johnson on the tackle.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The busy night continues for Johnson, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run,
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Young's throw on target to Godwin here.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
First down, Panthers.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And quickly, they get to the line.
Young here, you can see, changing the play.
From the red zone now, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Back to throw is Tua. Throw caught by Achane.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Young.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Sheds off the tackle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Young to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Young.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Young.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof, right?
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of fraction mamas. But I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty,